Hello everyone, it's Michael from Replica Airguns with another tabletop review for you guys. Today we're looking at the Crosman P10 Wildcat, and this is a CO2 BB pistol. This is the kit version, so it does come with this nylon holster. There are other versions available in this P10 lineup from Crosman, and I'll put links in the description so you can purchase them in both our Canada and US stores over at replicaairguns.ca and replicaairguns.us. But basically you can get this gun in blue, as you see here. I'll show you more of it later when I take it out of the holster. Also get it in pink, and there's also a black version called the Phantom P10. And they come with different accessories, depends on which version you get. All right, let's talk about some of the specifications. It's a non-blowback, almost all plastic construction pistol that uses 12 gram CO2 cartridges and shoots 4.5 millimeter steel BBs. You're gonna get 20 rounds in the dropout stick magazine that's plastic and metal. I'll show you that later. It also has a non-rifled barrel, typical of most BB pistols, and weighs in at 1.1 pounds, or just about 500 grams. The total length is 6.9 inches, and this gun shoots in double action only. It has a claimed FPS of up to 480 and utilizes fixed front and back plastic sights. Again, it does come with this nylon holster as part of this particular kit. And you're gonna find, well, let's take it out right now. You're gonna find a Picatinny rail underneath right here for accessories like a laser, tack light, stuff like that. And again, it's available in blue, pink, and black. The black version is called the Phantom. Now this pistol is made in the USA, so put together in the USA, but it's pieced together with globally resourced components. So even though it's made in the USA, a lot of the parts are coming from elsewhere, but it is nice that it is actually put together in the US, and the holster is made in China. Now it does come in this cardboard box, which is nice. We don't see a lot of cardboard boxes, especially in lower cost air guns, but this, it's got some basic information on the front here, up to 480 FPS, 20 BBs, letting you know it comes with the holster. Okay, it's a semi-auto pistol. Some more specifications here on the back, pretty much going over everything I already said there. But if you want to freeze it and look, you can. And then we also have, see here, it's the grip open where the CO2 goes, right? Magazine ejected there. All your basic stuff. The Wildcat. Of course, you do get a manual in the box. I believe you get a French manual and an English manual. It's just one of these fold-out paper ones that you can never get back to the same folding configuration when you want to put it away, right? So you got all the stuff you need to know, parts list, how to, take it on and off safe, how to load it up, how to get the grip off there so you can put the CO2 in, stuff like that, right? Pretty basic gun, not a lot going on here. Now, I haven't shot the Crosman P10 Wildcat yet, but I hope to get a field test shooting video for you guys shortly, so stay posted for that, where I'll be able to test the FPS, see if it gets up to 480 or maybe even higher, and what kind of accuracy it gets shooting 30 feet down range. All right, let's do the walk around right now. We'll just quickly show the holster here. So it's a pretty basic holster. You got your clip here, right, to hold it in. That'll hold everything in place, including the grip in place, so the grip's not going to pop off. I'll talk about that in a bit. And then you have a little magazine holder here, right, Velcro magazine holder. Of course, on the other side, you put your belt through here. Pretty straightforward. It's not a clip, it's a belt, so you'd have to be wearing a belt of some sort to use this. Okay, it is just your basic nylon holster, but you should be able to put other guns in here, various sizes, longer guns, shorter guns. It's pretty adaptable for a large, different variety of guns. Okay, so we'll get that out of here for now. Let's take a quick look at the Wildcat. Okay, let's just take a look at it first, and we'll go over some of the parts. But you do have a safety here. It's pretty much a two-sided plastic gun slapped together with screws here on one side, right? And then you have this grip that just slides out, but you can't see the CO2 here from this side. I'll show you on the other side. Fixed sights front and back, fixed, hammer. It's really pretty much all fixed. Has this Beretta style open barrel look to it. Has the Picatinny rail. The front is not really recessed very much at all, so you can definitely see that it's a BB gun. You do have this style where the barrel comes out, kind of acts like the hammer and the barrel, and just seals off the CO2 as well. So you do have Crosman emblems on there, right? Okay, there's this, you can see the two halves. The trigger is metal, that's kind of nice. There's some metal internal parts, I'm sure. Warning instructions, caliber there, right? More Crosman branding. So you can see here, you've got your CO2 tab. There's more metal inside, you can see there where the CO2 goes around. You got to have some reinforcement there. Otherwise, stuff's going to break when you start tightening CO2 down, right? So you need that. It does add a little bit of weight. Gets it up to that amazing, just over 1 pound. Okay, so magazine, let's talk about the magazine real quick here. The magazine looks very typical of a lot of these lower cost BB guns. Now what they've done here is they've created a plastic and metal one. So you can see the line there. It's got a metal back plate and a plastic front plate. Versus some of the old style magazines that are similar to this that should work. This is from a Umarex M&P, Smith & Wesson M&P, another basic gun that utilizes the same sort of stick magazine. But the M&P one, the Umarex one, is actually all metal. Okay, you can see it's just all metal. They've done it a little bit differently. A little more weight to it, but it should work even though there's these little indents here. The rest of the magazine is almost identical in most ways. Okay, so the only thing I did notice is that the metal one doesn't spring out. It does go into the gun and stay in the gun. It doesn't spring out. So I have to let gravity pull it out. Whereas the magazine that comes with it does spring out. It's got a little bit of a spring system that helps it kind of eject from it. Okay? All right. All right, let's go over some pros and cons. It's nice that it comes in blue, pink, and black. And I think the blue and pink options may put some parents at ease if this is the first BB gun they're buying their youth or young adult, just because it doesn't look so much like a real gun. Not that it looks like a toy, but it just doesn't have that all black real gun look. That might put them at ease. Keep in mind, it is a BB gun. It can cause serious injury, so you have to treat it like a real gun at all times. It's also nice that it has that high 480 FPS rating. Hopefully we get somewhere near there when we do the field test shooting video. But most people, at least with these lower cost BB guns, want to buy one with some decent FPS to it. The fact that it's non-blowback should get more shots per CO2. I wouldn't doubt that you can get upwards to close to 200 shots, at least 150 shots with this gun. They are generally pretty efficient. It's also nice that it comes with that nylon holster that you can use with the P10 or pretty much any other BB pistol that's about the same size. And I like that the CO2 tab is nicely hidden, right? Now, I didn't really show you that, but I did want to show you real quick here. This comes off real easy, right? But when you're holding it, it's not going to come off. When it's in the holster and the strap is holding it in place, it's not going to come off. I'm just a little bit worried if you had the strap off and you had it in the holster, you could potentially knock it off, maybe lose it if you're in a field or something. Just be careful with that. You know, it's nice that you don't have to pull like a crazy person to get it off, but you know, it isn't super tight, right? Now the double action trigger pull is longer, but it's not too firm, so it's not a super heavy trigger. You should be able to get some decent action shooting with this gun without totally wearing out your finger. And again, it should work with these older style magazines that are all metal that you'll find a lot of BB guns have, and you could pretty much buy almost anywhere. All right, a few cons. It is an all plastic gun like I showed you. For the most part, it's just two pieces of plastic slapped together with very few working parts. They're all kind of molded into the gun. That said, as I'm saying it as a con, but these guns are really durable because there's so few working parts in them. You just basically can shoot them and never have to really worry about anything going wrong because they're so simple in design. And again, that grip, keep in mind, it's pretty loose, so be careful not to lose it if you're horsing around with it in a field or something. You don't have it, you know, secured properly. All right, again, the Crosman P10 series is available in both our Canada and US online replica airgun stores over at replicaairguns.ca and replicaairguns.us. So check out the links in the description if you're interested in these guns. If you're interested in other products like air guns, BB guns, airsoft guns, blank guns, pellet guns, other accessories, you can also visit us at replicaairguns.ca and replicaairguns.us. Now, I generally make a written article over at replicaairguns.com where I sometimes have additional information, some nice close-up photos of the guns for you to look at. So again, check out the link in the description over at replicaairguns.com for that written post. If you haven't subscribed, make sure to subscribe before you head out. Check us out on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Until next time, take care.